In 2023, the Memphis Grizzlies season was a mixed bag of sorts. Sure, they did get the second seed in the Western Conference, but this was ultimately marred by a lack of maturity and a first-round loss to the LA Lakers. And it doesn't help that a second Ja Morant incident will leave the All-Star suspended for the first 25 games to start next season. However, the Grizzlies made a great trade in the offseason by acquiring Marcus Smart, who is a major upgrade over Dillon Brooks. They will have their front courts returning from injury, and given their ability to stay afloat without Ja in the past, I do believe the Grizzlies are a team to look out for. In this video, we'll see how Marcus Smart will impact the Memphis Grizzlies next season and discuss why the Grizzlies should still be a really competitive team in the Western Conference. But before we begin, be sure to leave a like on the video, as each like makes a tremendous difference for the channel, and be sure to sub to the channel for even more content like this. Prior to free agency, the Grizzlies made it known that Dillon Brooks would not be returning to the team under any circumstance, which is something I've never seen before, but was the right call for the team. Brooks obviously was an impactful piece for this team defensively over the past few seasons, making all defensive second team last year. He was a tone setter for this team as well, and even was spectacular in the Grizzlies' first playoff series in the Ja Morant era, averaging 26 points on 52% from the field and 40% from three in 5 games against the Utah Jazz. Yeah, that's not a typo. The thing is, there are elements of Brooks' game that served as a hindrance to the team, with number one obviously being his shot selection. From the 2021 season and onward, Brooks shot lower than league average at 33% from three, while also being a significantly worse pull-up three-point shooter. Despite this, he insists that he's actually great from outside, taking ill-advised, highly contested pull-up jumpers early in the shot clock and taking 7 threes a game these past playoffs while only shooting 24%. To cap it all off, poking the bear against the Lakers and dodging media availability and losses definitely didn't help his case. Inserts Marcus Smart. Smart is an upgrade over Dillon Brooks because he brings more versatility on both ends of the floor and provides much needed leadership for a younger Grizzlies team. Defensively, Smart is obviously great, being the first guard to win Defensive Player of the Year since Gary Payton in 2022, and with him being able to guard 1 through 4 at a very high level. He sets the tone for the entire team by being the lead communicator on that end, and he's a player that never gives up on any play, sacrificing his body on possessions and always hustling back for highlight-worthy recoveries. Due to his agility, high IQ, and great ball skills, he's a hound on ball and excellent at forcing turnovers without having to gamble and put his team in jeopardy. But on top of all of this, he's in a different realm than most guards when it comes to screen navigation and cutting off easy opportunities for off-ball players. He's excellent in ball denial and great at anticipation, which allows him to cut off driving angles and even take charges, and those aforementioned ball skills and determination to get low against bigger defenders helps to get desirable results. Offensively, Smart most definitely isn't a saint when it comes to always taking the right shots, but he has made massive strides over the past few seasons. Smart isn't an elite playmaker, but can run an offense with or without Ja on the floor through his underrated playmaking, averaging 6 assists to only 2 turnovers over the past 3 seasons. Smart has a knack for knowing where his teammates are on the floor, easily finding trailing ones in transition. His defense and hustle plays actually create opportunities for his teammates as well, and no one talks about how talented of a passer he actually is. Every now and then, you're due for behind-the-back passes, passes off the backboard, and lobs from the three-point line or even half court. The flashiness obviously has no bearing on the Grizzlies' success, but having that playmaker in 25 games in Ja's absence is going to be huge. Additionally, the aforementioned leadership Smart brings from a younger Celtics team to a now younger Grizzlies team is gonna pay huge dividends. Coaches and players alike have spoken glowingly about Smart in the past as the heart and soul of those Celtics teams, and I do expect his hustle and tenaciousness to rub off on the rest of this Grizzlies team. Just to preface my next few points, I'm in no way saying that the Grizzlies are a better team without Ja Morant, but they have managed to have a 31-15 record without him over the past 2 seasons due to their increased defensive intensity. And crazy enough, the Grizzlies actually have the last 2 winners of Defensive Player of the Year on the roster right now with Marcus Smart and Jaren Jackson Jr. Jaren is only 23 years old, but rightfully won the award after making all defensive first team over the past 2 seasons. He averaged a monstrous 3 blocks per game last year, blocked 46% of the shots he contested at the rim, was in the 99th percentile in terms of blocks percentage, and in the 87th percentile in steals percentage. Additionally, gave up less than 60% shooting in the restricted area. The biggest strength of the Grizzlies over the past few seasons is their ability to dominate in the paint, as they've led the league in paint scoring over the past few years. Moreover, Jaren's defensive presence is a huge reason why the Grizzlies have had some of the best disparity in terms of points scored in the paint and points given up in the paint. The Grizzlies were already the 3rd best defense last season, so with Jaren and Smart, they should without a doubt be a top 5 defense. The Grizzlies' offense without a doubt takes a hit without Ja Morant in the fold, but I do believe that Coach Jenkins and extra ball movement without Ja can keep them respectable without their top 5 point guard. And when he comes back, the Grizzlies become even scarier. Say what you want about his off-court antics, but on the floor, Ja is arguably the most electrifying player in the league. He's an all-NBA performer, he's averaged 27, 7, and 6 over the past 2 seasons, and has stepped up in big moments from time and time again for this team. The Grizzlies' front court is also going to be bolstered due to the returns of Steven Adams and Brandon Clark, 2 players who have been impactful for this team on both ends of the floor, but missed large chunks of the season due to injury. Additionally, I do expect the newly extended Desmond Bane to improve on what he already did last season. He was a second option last year and averaged 22 points a game on 40% from 3, and his offensive responsibility will only increase in 25 games without Morant. Overall, the Memphis Grizzlies do have a formula for success next season, and I can't wait to see the role that Marcus Smart plays in the whole thing. They have the talent, they have the depth, so let's just see if the Smart trade takes them over the top. Be sure to comment down below your thoughts on the Marcus Smart trade for the Memphis Grizzlies and what impact you think you'll have on the team next season. Additionally, comment down below your expectations for the Grizzlies next year. Be sure to leave a like on the video, as each like makes a tremendous difference for the channel, and be sure to sub to the channel for even more content like this. To see you all in the next one, and stay